Winter is magical. There's something truly enchanting about the way the world transforms under a blanket of snow. The trees, once bare and lifeless, now stand tall and proud, adorned in shimmering white. The air is crisp and fresh, and every breath feels invigorating. It's as if nature has pressed the reset button, giving everything a fresh start. The first snow transforms everything. Streets and rooftops are covered in a pristine layer of white, making even the most mundane places look like scenes from a fairy tale. Children rush outside, eager to leave the first footprints in the untouched snow, their laughter echoing through the crisp air. It's like a blanket of peace. The world seems to slow down, and there's a serene stillness that settles over everything. The hustle and bustle of daily life is momentarily paused, replaced by the gentle sound of falling snow. It's a time for reflection and tranquility. I love curling up by the fireplace. There's nothing quite like the warmth of a roaring fire on a cold winter's night. The crackling of the logs, the soft glow of the flames, and the comfort of a good book create the perfect cozy atmosphere. It's a time to relax and unwind. Hot cocoa with marshmallows is the best. The rich creamy chocolate topped with fluffy marshmallows that melt into gooey perfection is the ultimate winter treat. Sipping on a warm cup of cocoa while watching the snow fall outside is pure bliss. But winter can be tough. Snowstorms can be dangerous. Ice is super slippery. The beauty of winter comes with its own set of challenges. Roads become treacherous, and shoveling snow can be backbreaking work. It's important to stay safe and be prepared for the harsh conditions. We need to be prepared when the temperature drops. Having a winter emergency kit, dressing in layers, and making sure our homes are winter ready are essential steps to ensure our safety and comfort during the colder months. I remember one winter in Los Angeles. It never snows there. The city is known for its sunny weather and warm temperatures, so when snowflakes started to fall, it was a surreal experience. People couldn't believe their eyes. But that year, it did. The usually bustling streets were filled with people marveling at the rare sight. It was a moment of wonder and excitement, a break from the norm that brought the community together. We were all so excited. Families and friends gathered outside, taking photos and making memories. It was a day filled with joy and laughter, a reminder of the simple pleasures in life. It was only a little snow, just a light dusting that barely covered the ground, but it was enough to create a sense of magic and wonder. Sometimes, it's the little things that make the biggest impact. But it was enough for a snowball fight. Kids and adults alike couldn't resist the opportunity to engage in a playful battle, throwing snowballs and dodging behind makeshift forts. It was a day of pure, unadulterated fun. Portia and I had so much fun. We laughed until our sides hurt, our cheeks rosy from the cold and the exertion. It was a day we'll never forget, a rare and precious memory. We even made a tiny snowman. It wasn't much, just a small figure with a carrot nose and pebble eyes. But it was ours, a symbol of that special day and the joy we found in the unexpected. Have you ever wondered how snow forms? It's fascinating. Snowflakes are one of nature's most beautiful and intricate creations. Each one is a tiny masterpiece crafted by the forces of nature. It starts with water vapor high in the sky. This vapor comes from various sources including oceans, lakes, and rivers. As the vapor rises, it cools down. When it's cold enough, the vapor freezes. Tiny ice crystals form. These crystals are the building blocks of snowflakes. They begin to take shape, forming hexagonal structures. They bump into each other and stick together. This process is called accretion. As more crystals join together, the snowflake grows in complexity and size. They grow bigger and bigger. Each snowflake follows a unique path through the clouds, encountering different temperatures and humidity levels, which shape its final form. Then, they fall to the ground as snowflakes. Ice is different. While snowflakes form in the sky, ice forms on surfaces. It forms when water freezes on the ground. This can happen on roads, sidewalks, and even on plants. The process is similar but occurs at ground level. When the temperature drops below freezing, puddles turn solid. This transformation can create beautiful yet slippery surfaces. That's ice. It's amazing how water can exist in so many forms, each with its own unique properties and beauty. I used to think all snowflakes were the same, but they're not. Each one is unique, just like us. Every snowflake has its own story, shaped by its journey through the atmosphere. So next time you see snow, remember the incredible science behind each flake. Meteorologists are amazing. They use science to predict the weather. They track storms using satellites and radar. They can tell us when, where, and how much snow to expect. They look at temperature, wind speed, and air pressure. They use computer models to make forecasts. They help us stay safe during winter storms. I met a meteorologist once on my show. He explained how they track storms. It's like solving a giant puzzle. He said it's important to stay informed. Pay attention to weather alerts. They can save lives. Section 4. Cozy and safe tips for weathering the storm. When a winter storm hits, it's important to stay safe. Stay indoors if you can. If you have to go out, dress warmly. Wear layers. Let someone know where you're going. Drive slowly and carefully. Be prepared for power outages. Have flashlights and extra batteries handy. I always make sure to have plenty of snacks during a storm. Popcorn, hot chocolate, and cookies are my favorites. And don't forget about your furry friends. Keep them warm and safe too. Section 5. A Winter Tale. When the snow changed everything. I'll never forget the blizzard of '99. It was one of those rare events that you hear about, but never expect to experience firsthand. The snow started falling one evening, and by the next morning, the city was already blanketed in a thick layer of white. I was living in New York City at the time, a place known for its hustle and bustle. But that winter, everything came to a standstill. The streets that were usually filled with the sounds of honking cars and chattering people were eerily silent. The snow just wouldn't stop. It kept coming down hour after hour, day after day. It felt like the city was trapped in a snow globe, shaken up and left to settle. We were snowed in for days. The roads were impassable and public transportation was at a standstill. People were advised to stay indoors, and for many it was a time to slow down and reflect. It was actually kind of fun. The city was quiet, almost serene. It was a rare opportunity to see New York in a different light, covered in a blanket of snow that muffled the usual noise and chaos. Everything was covered in white. The buildings, the streets, the parks, everything looked like a winter wonderland. It was beautiful and surreal at the same time. We built a snowman in Central Park. It was a simple joy, but it brought so much happiness. People were out with their families, enjoying the snow, making the best of the situation. But the best part was helping others. The snowstorm brought out the best in people. Neighbors who had never spoken before were suddenly working together, helping each other dig out cars and clear pathways. We shoveled our neighbors' sidewalks. It was hard work, but it felt good to be doing something useful, something that made a difference. We shared food and supplies. People who had extra blankets, food, or even just a hot cup of cocoa were quick to share with those who needed it. It brought everyone together in a way that was truly heartwarming. It was a reminder that even in tough times, there's always kindness and community. The blizzard of '99 was more than just a weather event. It was a moment that showed the resilience and compassion of people. It changed everything, but in many ways, it changed things for the better. Section 6. Embrace the flakes, finding joy in the storm. Winter can be challenging, but it can also be a time for joy. Embrace the snow. Build a snowman, have a snowball fight, drink hot cocoa. Remember to check on your neighbors, lend a helping hand, spread some winter cheer. So bundle up, stay warm, and enjoy the magic of winter. And remember, spring is just around the corner.